Welcome to Campus Connections. I'm Bill Dupuy, KSFR 101.1 News. I'm at Santa Fe Community College, one of the most vibrant, exciting places in the city, if not the entire county, maybe even much of northern New Mexico. Santa Fe Community College with some 15,000 students walking its halls, taking its courses a year, and we have a brand new president. I'm pleased to introduce Dr. Ana Guzman to Santa Fe and to Santa Fe Community College. Dr. Ana, I understand they call you Cha.
Yes, they have for about 40 years. And so I thought that I would lose Cha after college or after my doctorate, or haven't lost it yet. And now some of the faculty call me Dr. Cha, and I have even had some of them call me President Cha. So I think Cha has stuck.
Well, where does Cha come from?
No, I'm not telling that in this program.
Family secret.
Yeah, that's a family
Or maybe
secret.
a childhood friend secret.
Yes. But I'm so very pleased to be here in Santa Fe. How you described Santa Fe Community College is exactly how I have seen it. It is the most vibrant community network that I have seen. And when I meet somebody and I say to them, I'm president of Santa Fe Community College, when they ask, everyone either has had a child or a parent or themselves have gone to Santa Fe Community College. And so I think that's where such backing from the community has come forth, because we at the community college have been such a part of the community, and that is a lovely way to work with community.
Well, the last time you had a bond election,
yes,
you didn't have it, the previous president had it.
That's right.
60% of the community of voters voted for it.
Yes.
Outstanding.
Yes, yes. And through that election, we have a gorgeous health science center where we are now really working with the hospitals in developing more programs for the health professions. Gerontology is going to be a topic that we're going to address, so that we are producing the kinds of technicians that this community needs.
And technicians in gerontology,
Other
health sciences.
Absolutely. We are working to produce CNAs in phlebotomy. CNAs, they're practical nurses. They are the people that do lots of the work in the hospitals and in the nursing homes. The phlebotomy, those are the ones that pinch you and get you some of your blood. We have x-ray technicians, we have all kinds, and nurses. We're working to increase our nursing students, because you know that is a huge need nationally. And we're going to be working with the universities to open the path from an RN to a BSRN. And so health professions in the entire United States is really important. But Santa Fe needs some specialized workers that we're going to be producing.
Your big focus for years has been workforce development.
Yes.
In areas just such as this.
Yes.
You came from Palo Alto College,
Yes,
Palo Alto Community College in San Antonio, not Palo Alto.
That's right, in Texas.
Did you have such programs there?
We did. I didn't have health professions, but I did have an engineering program technician, and we worked with Toyota. And so one of the things that I love to do is to link the community college with the industry. And many people say, but we don't have enough industry in Santa Fe. And I say, but we can attract some. We can attract some clean energy industry. And we're doing a really good job in developing clean energy technicians and in building, in LEED buildings. And so I think that Santa Fe Community College has done a really good job to understand their place and then to contribute to that place. Our film technicians, our film program has received millions of dollars from community, and now, you know, New Mexico is really becoming a big industry in film, and so that's where our students will be employed and will do very well.
And already are being employed.
Yes, yes.
They're working in films now.
Yes, and the issue 20 years ago was that students who went to community colleges might want to transfer, but if they didn't transfer, the workforce that welcomed them was a low-income kind of workforce. Well, that's changed. That's totally changed. We have a lot of students with bachelor's degrees that have come back to become technicians because the kinds of technical programs that we have, we're going to do way far in solar energy now. We are going to generate some of our own energy because of the bond that we distributed $5 million to have a solar array to generate our own solar electricity and have that part of a program to train technicians to install solar panels, to work with solar panels, and to develop the kinds of energies that New Mexicans want.
That's a big deal. Should be a bigger deal, but it's coming along and they'll be ready for it. They'll be ready and prepared and trained here.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Now, in one of your, that particular program, you had solar panels all over the roof.
Yes.
Is that used to provide electricity to that facility?
That is more of an instructional facility. What we are looking to do, and the board has been the responsible individuals that have really pushed this, is to purchase 1.7 megawatts that will create in the solar panels, and that will save SFCC $300,000 in energy a year. What are we going to do with that money? We're going to put it into instruction. We're going to hire more faculty. We're going to look at programs that New Mexico needs. And so what I have found in the short 2 months that I have been here is that the leadership of the board really has made a huge difference as to how this college has developed and what we need to do to continue to develop in serving the community.
One of the hidden secrets is you heat with wood. Biomass. It sounds primitive, but it really is a very clean technology and an advanced technology.
That's right. We heat with wood and algae. And so we are developers of algae. And the biomass is yet another program. I mean, I feel so lucky to have been called from SFCC to see if I was interested in becoming their president, and applying and then getting this position, because I really do believe, one, that community colleges are the strongest institutions that will change the face of this country in the next 25 years. I think that we have seen that we might have enough lawyers, and we might have enough of others, but the technicians and the people who do the work are going to become more and more important, because there's lots of those that are our age. And what we need to do is to produce more, because you can't farm out to China if your sink is full of water. You know, we need to produce those workers, both low-tech and high-tech, in community colleges.
There's some 70-degree programs right now at Santa Fe Community College. Do you plan more?
Yes, yes. And I just went to a graduation last week for one of our continuing education classes. I think that those are going to become more critical than ever. We worked with the state and recruited unemployed workers and offered them this green technologies 6-week program to clean the environment. We had 17 graduates. 16 came because one already had a job that was paying him $100,000. And so we sent him his certificate.
Sort of qualified automatically.
That's right, that's right.
Well, programs to expand more degrees. Now, you can also get a 4-year degree.
Absolutely.
At a 2-year degree college. That's a marvelous thing.
Yes.
That's a new innovation.
Yes.
How does that work?
Yes. Well, I had that in Texas also with Texas A&M University. They were at the campus of Palo Alto College. And I have never seen a joint program be as productive as a community college and universities cohabitating and working together. Not only do students go to the university, and this April and May, we will have a huge fair from the colleges that are here, and that is Highlands University, UNM, and AIA. We're seeking more, so if any of you are alumni, we want NMSU to join us in northern New Mexico, because the greater the ability for students to, in the same area, continue. We have found that fear keeps a lot of students from doing what's best for them.
Fear of?
Fear.
Going to another college another place?
It's fear of failure.
Oh, fear of failure.
It's fear of failure. We have found so many students, and the young people nowadays act kind of cocky, and we don't, but when you talk to them, they don't want to disappoint their parents, and they don't want to disappoint themselves. And so instead of disappointing them, they don't go. They stay back. But when you have a university so close to a community college right here with us, we can be putting them in university classes as they're going through the community college, and then they lose their fear. And then they transfer. But the other thing that I found at Palo Alto College that's going to happen right here is how many secretaries with associate's degrees got their bachelor's degrees and became professionals at the college. It was just a freeing that was available to them, a belief that they never had for themselves, that they could have bachelor's degrees and that they could become professionals, that having a university with a community college gave them.
Well, you offer 4-year degrees now.
Yes.
But there is a plan to build that even more, have more students. I understand you're running out of space.
Yes, we are.
Here on this campus.
Yes.
Now,
yes.
This is being held up, a new facility called the Higher Education Center across town.
Yes.
Money's been appropriated.
We have the money.
Voters approved a bond, $12 million to build a building, but it's being held up by the state higher education department, and it's in court right now. At the time we're taping this, it hasn't been heard in court.
Nope.
It may be decided very soon.
Yes, November 6th, we will go to court.
What happens if it goes ahead? This will be a bigger facility.
Absolutely.
You'll be able to take more students and invite more colleges and universities to take part.
Yes.
Beyond that, it'll just be an expansion of a good thing.
Absolutely, and it's also a matter of access. Okay, Santa Fe Community College is on the south side of Santa Fe, and we have more students that have cars and have easy access. By having this new facility closer to town, in the middle of town, that would give more access to many more people. And we believe that as people are educated, cities thrive. And it's kind of really unbelievable that a capital city, that the capital of New Mexico, would not have an easy access to higher education for their state workers, for the families that live here. You know, if you think of other states, all capitals usually have a university. And we believe that there are enough universities in New Mexico, but that access to a variety of universities, which is what we would like to offer through the HEC, would make many of our residents' dreams come true.
So you're providing the doorway,
exactly.
The access.
That's exactly
You're
right.
not becoming the four-year institution.
No.
Rather providing the means to have
Absolutely.
it happen.
And the more, the merrier. That's why we have started with 3, and yet that's about almost all that we can afford space-wise. But our dream is to have many more majors available when we have this building that will allow us to expand and to serve the community in a way that we can't do right now.
Now, the community college is wildly popular among adults. Writing classes, art classes. The fitness center provides a nice facility for adults to stay fit, to go swimming, take classes. But you've run into a bit of a problem with the fitness center. What is that problem?
Well, the state, the HED, because higher education funding throughout the United States has been going down in the public sphere. And New Mexico is having kind of the growing pains that throughout the South other states are experiencing. And so when the legislature allocates funds, then the Department of Education, the HED, then distributes those funds in a formula. So for this year, because the funds were so short, that it was decided by the HED to not fund the auditing function in the activity classes. That was going to cost us $500,000 a year because the state wasn't funding, because 63%, imagine this, 63% of the students who audit classes at Santa Fe Community College in activity classes are over 45. Are over 45, and the largest percentage are over 55. And so what we had to do, I had to present that because I can't take a $500,000 cut when we're trying to grow and serve the community. And so what we presented to the seniors was that they could either take it for credit. And so one question was, if we fail, there's no repercussion. But then I said, imagine if you get an A in yoga and you show it to your grandchildren. They're going to think you're pretty good. And so that's what we came up with. The seniors, most of the seniors are going to take the same courses for credit, and then we won't lose the $500,000 because that would have impacted what we can offer.
Well, you could have raised the price on them, but you didn't want to do that.
No, we didn't want to do that. We believe that the power of a community college is to maintain quality with affordable prices. But just kind of, you know how change is hard when you're young? Well, change is even a little bit harder when we're old.
How well I know that.
And so the change was a little traumatic, But we got through it, and now our seniors will be taking the hyper classes for credit.
Now, hyper classes are a certain set of health
classes.
and
Yes.
physical education,
Yes.
swimming
Yes.
and so forth.
Swimming, yoga, Pilates, basketball, weight training, all those, and 63% of those are seniors, which is fabulous.
Well, the numbers are big. You have 8,000 people taking those classes.
Yes.
6,000 are in this senior auditing category.
I know.
So no wonder you'd be losing money because it's not being supplemented by the state.
Exactly, exactly. And you know, imagine if we said, okay, you know, if you want to audit, you provide, which is the other option that we had to give, and then you couldn't afford it, and then you got sick. What would it cost the state? You know, it's kind of shooting yourself in the foot, because we know that all of us stay healthier if we exercise. And so it was interesting because I do yoga. And so many of the students that were in the yoga class came and listened to me kind of give my presentation. And so that helped because they knew that not only am I looking for their well-being, I believe that exercise is an important part of staying healthy.
What kind of impact, if any, would having more people enrolled in credit classes but not graduating have on the school's rating in terms of matriculation?
Because they're not degree seeking, when a student comes in, they give what their intention is. And if you're not degree seeking, then we don't worry about you not getting a degree. We only worry about you getting a degree if you're degree seeking. That's kind of the function of the mission of serving the community. The community colleges have more multiple functions in their relationship to the community. We have to be the economic engine. And we're getting prepared, more prepared to do that. But there's also a function that serves the community because the community pays taxes. And so we feel responsible to serve the community in that sense. So it will not affect us negatively in any sense.
So the community, the college, is a focal point for other types of things, such as physical activities,
absolutely,
auditing and learning how to write, to paint,
absolutely,
to do sculpture, woodworking.
You would not believe, when I interviewed, I went into, they showed me the woodworking set, and all these people were in it, and all of a sudden I hear cha, and it was one of the students who is a civil rights lawyer that retired from Texas and came to Santa Fe. And so our art facilities serve so many seniors, and they so love, you know, tapping into that creativity that so many of us haven't been able to tap because we've worked 60-hour weeks.
The nice thing about Santa Fe is that you have a large resource of talented artists and craftspeople anyway.
Yes.
And many of them teach here.
Absolutely. We have some of the best artists teaching here and some of the best faculty. We know that Santa Fe is a sort of mecca, and the city being that sort of mecca has given the community college the advantage of being very selective in choosing their faculty and staff and administrators.
Your background is, you're from Cuba.
I am.
When did you come to the U.S.?
I came to the U.S. when I was 12 years old. And that's why I don't have an accent. Because I moved to Milwaukee, Wisconsin when I was 12 years old. And when we were flying over it, I asked my dad, what was that white thing on the ground? And he said, don't you worry, you'll find out in a few minutes.
And it wasn't white sand.
It wasn't white
was
sand.
snow.
And I will find it here, I hear, in a couple of months.
Well, we hope so. We need it.
Yes.
That's one of the things we depend on.
Yes, yes.
You were deeply involved in Hispanic issues.
Yes.
You've served on federal panels, still serving on one. You served in the Clinton administration in terms of an advisor in the education department.
Yes.
And now you're in a Senate committee, part of a Senate committee on workforce
it's on
training for national security.
That's right. It's a National Security Education Board. And it is our job to ensure that we are recruiting enough young Americans throughout the country to learn the languages that we need in the security. Because when you depend on locals to translate, sometimes you don't get the best information. But I was very proud in the Clinton administration to be, one, the chair of the Presidential Commission on Excellence in Education for Hispanic Americans, and we wrote the seminal report on how the federal government could work with Hispanics to increase graduation rates, to increase retention rates, and then as senior advisor to Secretary Riley for a year. It was a wonderful experience for me.
Here at Santa Fe Community College, you're starting with a good foundation. What is your top priority? What do you want to do first here now?
I want to increase student success. Student success, that is what all of us are working for. And when we look at a problem, we say, is this contributing to student success? We need to increase our graduation rates. We need to help students lose their fear and graduate and come through with us. And that is our primary goal, is to increase student success from the beginning all the way to graduation.
And increase enrollment at the same time. And not enrollment, but graduation rates.
Absolutely. See, when you increase success, you increase enrollment, because 50% of the students who start in a community college leave the next semester. Well, imagine, we've been working about bringing them in. We're going to work on keeping them in and getting them to get certificates and to graduate.
A lot going on here. 4-year degree program. There's a high school here, a charter high school.
Exactly.
That's one of only 2 in the state.
Yes.
That has to be exciting in itself.
Well, we're getting you know, a lot of times public schools, and I was in the public schools, I spent 15 years as an administrator in the public schools, and a lot of times we just build boxes, and if kids don't fit in those boxes, they walk away. And so what we have found is that many students who were not being successful in the public high schools can come to a community college where they are treated as an adult and where they are giving options of things that they want to choose, and then they graduate. And then we can make what could have been a failure a success in life.
Interesting things ahead, exciting for Santa Fe Community College. I'm sure exciting for you.
Yes.
Dr. Cha Guzman, welcome to Santa Fe.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much.